Okay. Now, can you see whether the radius is 5 or not?
Yeah, I can.
And so is the radius 5?
Yeah.
All right. Then I will give you another point, minus 2,8. Please write down. Okay, this point is slightly above, so maybe you want to scroll up.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, be careful when you zoom. Yeah, you can accidentally stretch it. Now,
Oh,
can't you see that the distance between these 2 points are, well, 5,
mhm.
and therefore your circle is not radius 5.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
right.
wait.
Fix that.
There. Oops, I forgot about that.
Yep.
Yeah, I just forgot.
Now it is very clear. Now
Yeah.
it's very clear.
I'm
Now,
calculating.
it's fine since this is a memorization, and yet you must understand that 2 things. This is the only new thing in circle. The only new
Yeah.
thing. So you got to get it right in that sense, because if you don't get this right, it is usually the first step. You'll see later in the questions before they go to the harder one. If you don't get this right, everything else falls apart. Okay, I guess that's the bad news if you like. The good news is this is the only thing to get right. So you got to get it right. Okay. If you want some idea on how this works, because maybe it will help you memorize, I totally don't mind. Okay, I totally don't. Okay. You must understand one thing, Ariel, you are more careless than the average. But then again, you know this, right?
Mhm.
If you know this, and I know this, I tend to not scold people for being careless. I tend to help them be less careless. I hope that makes sense, lah. And the only way, it's not to memorize is not the only way to be less careless. In fact, it may make you do more mistake if you memorize too much. Okay, maybe you want more understanding, then it'll make you less careless. People seldom think that way. Okay, but I discover that is the case with most of my students. Understanding does help them make slightly less mistake lah. Okay, again, my point is, Ariel, I'm not training you to be a robot which is perfect and never make any mistake. I cannot do that. I do not know how to make you a perfect robot. I can, however, try to help you be a better human being, if that sounds good to you. Okay? If that's the case that you want, you probably want to ask for help other than memorizing. Because memorizing a bit difficult to help. Maybe understanding will help. Okay, you take initiative on there because you say you have no lack of initiative. So I want you to take initiative in asking. Okay. Now, I want you to erase everything, and I'll give you another circle. Try to get it right the first time. Okay. So the center point is now -7, -1. And the radius will be 4.5. Justin, just to confirm that you have one new page right now. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So all the questions you had last week was done, yeah? Okay, understand. Okay, good. This is a question A6, and yet it looks... Oh, okay. So tell me, is this out of syllabus or is this inside the syllabus?
Inside,
Very good. What is your question then?
like part A and part II.
Okay.
Teacher Phillips, what's the midpoint and what's the radius?
The midpoint is -7, -1. The radius is 4.5.
Okay.
How do I give you a hint, right, Kirsten? Okay, maybe I'll reverse the question, Kirsten. 4.5, yeah? 4.5 Ariel. 4.5.
Okay.
So, Kirsten, maybe you tell me why quicklime and slicklime is very good at neutralizing. Maybe. Looks about right, Ariel. Are you comfortable with this equation?
Yeah.
Okay, good. We'll be using it quite a lot. So starting now lah, and there's no other new thing. Again, let me confirm one more
Okay.
time. Are you sure this is okay with you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I like it a lot. Okay, so now, do you have your textbook?
My what?
Textbook.
I don't have a textbook.
Oh, your school do not use your IP program, your IP girl.
Uh-huh.
Oh. Okay. So
can-
nothing.
My school gives us worksheets though.
Do you have the circle worksheets?
I can check. I don't think so.
Check first. If not, don't worry. I have something else. Okay, Kirsten, can I change the question and you answer it?
Right. Is it because of impurities?
Oh no. Although it is fine to think like that, it is fine. But use the information in a table, and the table does not indicate there's an impurity. Thinking about impurity is a very good way of thinking when it is, it is the kind of question that tests you the out of the box thinking or outside the syllabus thinking. Definitely good. The first question, and furthermore, this section A is usually not that kind of thing. It's usually super standard, super inside the syllabus. That's just how they do. Will that be okay?
Yeah.
Again, I'm changing the question, and I want you to write down the answer to this question. Why is quicklime and slicklime very effective in neutralizing stuff, acidity stuff? I'm not even asking you to compare to limestone. I'm just asking quicklime and slicklime. Why are they effective? You can say or you can type.
Teacher Phillips, I don't have a worksheet for circles.
Good,
Yeah.
good. That means this is most probably a future thing. Now, before I go to circle, there are only two possible circle future topic after the coordinate geometry. Okay, one is called the linear law. I'm assuming that that's not the case because I cannot predict which one your teacher will do first. However, your teacher will do both lah, the circle one and the linear law one. I'm hoping to cover both very quickly, so your math is stable. All right, so I'm just making a guess that you will be the circle one first. Okay, Ariel?
Okay.
Okay, so now
Wait,
I will give you
I have a question. This is really random. I know you wanted to cover HIT, but could you teach me partial fractions instead?
You want me to cover for you partial fraction?
Yeah, because I did it in the past, but I have like no clue about it. Because there's like so many formulas.
I would like to simplify the situation for you lah. Now, do you have your own question? Because if not, we'll use mine.
I think I have my own. I can screen share from like my
Don't screen share.
notes.
Just put it in the Jamboard. Okay. Any amount of question, maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe 10, up to you, but put it in the Jamboard, please. Okay. Preferably something that you have not done before lah, if you can. Kirsten, are you stuck?
Yeah.
All right. Now let's start with slickline. You look at the formula CaOH2. I strongly believe that you know the answer. What is CaOH2? good at neutralizing acidity? Why? CaOH2.
Cause can dissociate fully.
And when it dissociates, it will become
CaCl.
no. And when CaOH2 dissociate, it will become Ca2 plus and OH
Yeah.
minus, right? OH
Yeah.
minus. And again, thinking about dissociation is very good. It is soluble in water, kind of, yes. What's the connection with neutralization?
Cause it's more reactive.
Now, I wish you would say something as simple as this, because there's OH minus, and the OH minus is aqueous. The OH minus is the definition of alkali, if that makes some sense. Definitely.
Yeah.
And the OH minus is in an aqueous state, which is very good. When you say it's reactive, it's more like it's not reactive, it's available for reaction. Now, hopefully that means you know if it is solid, unable to dissolve, it is not very available for reaction. I hope that makes some sense.
Yeah.
So slaked lime is very good for neutralizing because of the things you already know. It is dissolve, dissociate, available for reaction, aqueous, aqueous. It is enough to just say it's aqueous. People, usually the teacher understand. Oh, it's aqueous. And then secondly, it has OH minus. Yeah, that's the best thing. That's why slaked lime is very good at neutralizing stuff. Something you already know, make it solid, yeah. Okay, I'm just affirming what you already. Now, how about CaO? What's the big deal here?
It's like reacts
It's like what?
exotherm. It makes alkaline solution with water.
Okay. For your information, this is again assumed in the syllabus. Anything acid is always aqueous and therefore have water. It is not true with alkali or bases. Alkali or bases, you got to think a little bit. Hey, these base are aqueous or not? Anything acid in your syllabus is always aqueous and therefore always have water, and therefore water is available for CaO. Make sense?
Or like carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide is a very weak acid and it produces gas. I mean, it would rather escape. That's the problem. So although although carbon dioxide, we think of it as a acidic gas, it is also a gas. So unfortunately, there is an exception. Again, apologize for your syllabus. The syllabus represents the reality. In reality, every statement always has an exception. And you have just make a very good point. That is an exception one. That is most of the time, it is the general rule of acid is having water can be aqueous, that kind of thing. Okay? What you're saying is correct. The general statement is also correct. All right?
Yeah.
Now we're halfway done here. We have answered why alkoic lime and slaked lime is very effective, right? Now the question is, why is limestone less effective? Don't you think you can, take a hint from my question just now? Ariel, how many? Oh, you did put a few already. Good. Can I confirm you put 3 pages? Is it, Ariel?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Oh, I
Okay.
think probably more. Yeah, 4, I think.
Okay, I like the second one. I like the third one also. Good. Like the second one, third one. Great. If you have one more, that's great. I like your starting point, Gaston. Okay, Ariel, I am monitoring your Jamboard. You tell me when you're done. Okay, so Keston, if it is not aqueous, you cannot say it dissociates in water. Make sense?
Yeah.
It doesn't fit lah. Now, in reality, in year 5, if you choose to take chemistry, you will learn that even though it's not aqueous, it dissociates a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, but in your syllabus, it is just less confusing if you assume that not aqueous means not dissociating at all. You would consider a weak acid or weak base to dissociate a little bit. So the non-aqueous part, just assume it does not dissociate at all. You won't be penalized by it. Although in reality, it is true that it dissociates a little bit. Now, what's your preference, Keston? Do you prefer to jump ahead to year 5, or you prefer to assume as with your current syllabus?
On syllabus.
Right. So don't say when it is not aqueous, don't say that it dissociates. Don't say that. Say it a different way. Ariel, you're doing things already, is it?
I think.
Okay, no. Move to page 9. I'll tell you something about page 9.
Okay.
Okay. Now in page 9, you're telling me that there's a lot of formula to memorize. I'll give you 2 good news. The first good news is unless your school decide to mess with you, it should have been given in the exam, because every O-level student will receive the so-called needed formula. Okay.
I'm not. My school doesn't give us a formula sheet. Yeah.
At all. So your school decide to make your life harder.
Mhm.
Okay, then I'll give you the second good news. The second good news is you don't have to memorize if you understand. It will depend whether you can make that in a good news or not. It's a potential good news, right? Now, if you cannot, with understanding, dispense with memorizing, I suppose you still have to memorize, too bad. Okay. However, I choose question page 9 and page 10 because the first step is not about the formula. If you think that the first step is about the formula, you are already wrong. That's a very big problem. You will lose all your marks in page 9 and page 10 if you start with the formula. All of your marks, which is around 4 marks usually. Tell me, what should be the first step in page 9 and page 10?
I have no clue.
All right. Now, please observe that the denominator is x squared quadratic, correct?
What?
The denominator, if you expand, it will be quadratic lah, x squared. If you expand. Yeah. Okay, now that's very important because the top guy is also quadratic. Their power level is the same. The power level of the numerator and the denominator is the same. Follow me so far?
Yeah.
The first thing to do is long division because this is improper fraction. It is improper when the top has the same power level or sometimes more than the denominator.
Okay.
Your first step is to long division. Show me a long division, please.
What do I divide it by?
The top divided by the bottom, of course.
Okay.
Right. Now, Keston, for your 2 marks, you did use the table and you give basically one reason, but you elaborate quite nicely. Okay. Oh, and your sentence is not so good. When it reacts with acid, the verb reacts is not very appropriate here. Maybe you know why?
Oh.
Because it hasn't reacted. When you say it reacts with acid, and then you say not readily able to neutralize. Neutralization is the reaction. You are contradicting yourself English-wise. Same thing as just now. It's not aqueous, and then you say it dissociates. It's a contradiction. Here, when it reacts, it cannot neutralize. It is not a very it contradicts itself. Am I making any sense?
Yeah.
You may mean something else. You want to change the verb react here with something else. If you can figure it out, that's better. But I'll just give you 1 minute. Don't take too long. Madame Ariel, you don't have your Apple Pencil yet.
I haven't connected it. It's like somewhere downstairs.
Charge it, please. Charge it. It only take a few minutes for you to be able to write properly, right? Long division takes a lot of space, so this is not good. Okay.
I don't know where it is though. Wait, it's okay.
Go and find it. Is that okay? All right.
Okay.
Esther, any suggestion from you?
No.
All right. So don't say when it reacts with acid, enough to say when it mixes with acid. Does that make some sense? Mixing
Okay.
doesn't mean reacting. Mixing simply means they meet lah. They meet. But maybe it won't react very fast. Maybe it'll react very fast. Okay. Same thing with the second sentence lah.
We do the next question.
You mean BII, is it?
Yeah.
Very interesting. In syllabus or outside the syllabus? What do you
I
think?
think it's outside.
And you will be correct. Your O-level syllabus does not talk about why different groups have different strength. They don't. They hinted it. They hinted it in the... Actually, they do lah. Actually, they do. Oh my goodness. Actually, they do. Actually, I think now that I think of it, this is inside the syllabus, isn't it? Okay, now you tell me, in your acid and base topic, no, this is inside the syllabus. I'm sorry, this is inside the syllabus. When you learn acid and base, you learn that there's a basic oxide and there's an acidic oxide. Now you tell me which one is basic oxide. How can you tell?
Like I think it's the left side of the periodic table.
Okay, there's a fancy name for it. It's called metal oxide, right?
Yeah.
You may know that metal is which group?
3.
1, 2, 3, not just 3. Okay. Is that enough hint? You can ask for more.
Like, what's the group 4, group 5 thing called?
Well, if there is metal and group 1, 2, 3 is metal and behaves like metal, in general, group 4, 5, 6, 7 is
Non-metal.
non-metal. It's not metal, and they call it in a very unimaginative name called non-metal. Now, the question is, non-metal oxide is acidic, basic, neutral, what?
Basic.
Would that be enough hint?
Yeah.
All right, give it a try. Ariel, are you right?
I'm charging my Apple Pencil, yeah.
Good, good, good. In a few minutes, you'll be ready, yeah? Now, I like
Mm.
your first step. It is -6. I like it a lot. But you will soon find out that it's -6, not -2, -8, I'm sorry. -8, yeah. -8, not -2.
Okay, that makes sense. Oops.
You're doing all the right things. It's just that you're lacking space here because you're drawing with finger lah, so a bit difficult. Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
I don't remember how to do long division.
That's not -6, that's -8. Check again, check again.
Wait,
Is it correct?
Oh, wait, I transferred it over wrongly. Oops.
Right,
Wait,
right. Okay. Okay,
Wait,
so far so good. Good. Okay, a good start, Keston. Okay. Now, you're saying that you do not know how to do long division.
Yeah. For
I will
this.
do it. I will do it for you. However, you should learn quickly. Long division is indispensable. Some people find long division very annoying. Unfortunately, there is no way out. There's no way out. Unfortunately. Okay, I'm gonna write something. Keston, when you're done, please give me another question lah. If you don't have question, keep looking, right? Keep looking. So far, the question you asked is truly something that you need help with lah. So I'm happy with the questions you asked. The goal of long division is to do this, to do an exactly 2x squared and then minus, because I want this to be 0. That's the goal of division in general. Make sense? That's the goal. To do that, I put 2 here because that is how I get 2x squared. 2 times x squared, 2x squared. I'm half explaining it. I'm not explaining it fully. Do you understand what I'm doing, Ariel?
Yes.
Now, once that's the goal, the rest simply follow. So I have -4x and -16. This is just following the goal. This one is a consequence of the 2. You still have to follow through, but nothing else lah. Make sense?
So I can just multiply whatever it is by that thing.
So that I achieve my goal, which is 2x squared, which is 0. Yes, and you should multiply it by anything. You really should.
Okay.
That's the first principle of long division. The second principle is when you stop. And you are already wrong. I know why you're wrong. This is also wrong. Do your long division properly.
Wait.
You gotta find out why you're wrong. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay, Keston, there's no such thing as a non-metal basic oxides. Your acid base is not very strong. Well, now we know. When you learn acid and base, you learn oxides. When you learn non-metal oxides, they tell you all non-metal oxides are acidic, except for 3, which is neutral. So all non-metal oxides are acidic. Usually weak, usually. Except for 3. You learn the exception. CO, NO, H2O. The H2O part is, I guess, obvious. And they are not neutral. They are usually non-metal acidic oxide. Again, your acid and base, not so good here. Did you figure out the mistake, Ariel?
No.
Back to the goal. My goal is to put 2x squared here because I want to get 0. I'm eliminating the 2x squared. How did I eliminate 2x squared with 2x squared? I must put a minus. Minus.
Yes.
So you're not getting it yet? Minus.
Oh, so wait, so like it becomes positive? Yeah.
3 minus 3x minus negative 4x, right?
So it becomes positive, yeah.
Did that make sense? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
So it becomes positive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Keston, are you stuck? Because your whole sentence has to be revamped. It doesn't make sense right now.
Which part need to change?
Okay, let me show you. Again, treat this as a very important learning to solidify your syllabus. It's very important, yeah? This one is definitely not outside the syllabus, makes it even more important. So first of all, group 4 and 5 are very likely non-metal acidic. For your case, just assume that it is acidic. So non-metal acidic oxide. And the question is less effective at neutralizing acidity. What you learn from acid and base is acid neutralize base, base neutralize acid. Basically, that's it. Really, that's it. And then the whole thing is just to identify who is strong acid, strong base, weak base, which is exactly what you're doing right now. You're identifying that guy is acid. How can acid neutralize acid? Make sense?
Yeah.
Shouldn't that be your answer? Group 4 and 5 oxides are non-metal acidic oxides. So how can acid neutralize acid? Mentioning the group 1 to 3 is probably not the way you want to answer the question if you already know that group 4 and 5 are acidic. Nothing wrong, but it's not direct, it's not, you're making the examiner hesitant in giving you marks, if that makes sense. Okay, Ariel? It's wrong again?
Okay, I don't know.
Tell me, what is this?
Oh wait, it's just X.
Aha. Try again.
Okay.
Keston, checking, are you stuck? Ah, nice. Yeah. Do not be able to neutralize the acids. And do you think that gives you 2 marks again?
No.
I'll tell you why it is 2 marks. Because first, you identify correctly that they are acidic oxides, part of the syllabus. Then you mentioned the why, right? Because they once explained, you identify the relevant facts. Oh, it's an acidic oxide. And then what's the big deal? Oh, because acid cannot neutralize acid. Also part of the syllabus and definitely worth another mark, if that makes some sense. If the answer seems very simple, it is. It's the question which is complicated. The answer is in general rather simple and straightforward by right. All right. Okay. Good questions to ask. Obviously, your basic acid and base need more practice. Try to ask more of that questions also. This one's obvious. Okay, good. Ariel, now, the first principle is the goal, right? Finishing the goal, I have 0. I have accomplished the goal for the first step. Second principle is knowing when to stop. Now, do you know when to stop?
Yeah, it's like when like the degree is like
Lower than?
lower. Yeah.
Than the who?
Then this thing.
Which thing? Show me. Which thing? Switching? Which guy? Laser pointer?
Wait, my pencil is this thing.
Working?
Yeah.
No. When the remainder. No.
Oh, yeah. I
When
meant like
the
the thing that
remainder,
you divided by, yeah.
the remainder is
Mhm.
lower than the divider lah. Divider. The thing you divide with
Yeah.
lah. Then you stop dividing, correct? Because now you can no longer divide. That makes some sense, right? That makes some sense. So to your surprise, this long division is not very long. It's the shortest long division ever, right? Long division principle, only 2 things. Knowing your goal at every step, making certain things 0, and then stopping where? Finish long. Yeah? You'll get to practice more later. Make sense?
Yes.
Now back to why we do long division. So why the heck are we doing long division first? This is a total must, no other thing. You have to know why, therefore. It's very difficult to memorize. Please don't do that. Okay, Gaston, more section Bs, more out of the syllabus, more weak syllabus topics. Let me see. It's an or question. I like or question. Now, why would you ask this? Okay, you can tell me why. Huh? It seems easy to me.
Like question the AII.
Economic and environmental advantages. I agree that this is outside the syllabus. I agree. Okay. However, as per usual, the answer is can be had from your experience inside the syllabus, kind of something like that. As in, if you understand the syllabus, it should make some sense. You can kind of make an educated guess. Can you make some sort of guess, Keston? Just a little bit, at least one. Okay, I know that bacteria dissolving copper, blah 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 blah, is totally new. However, this thing is not new. This is not new. Although the bacteria is new. So you stand a chance of, maybe being able to guess. I want you to make some guesses here. Ariel, are you stuck currently?
Yeah, I don't know what to do.
Okay, now observe what I do as a result of the long division. Okay, this is not yet partial fraction. I'm preparing for partial fraction. As a result of the long division, which is very short, I now write down this is now equal to 2 plus x over x plus 14 over x plus 2 over x minus 4. Do you understand why I do this?
Wait, where? Is it on the second? Oh, it's on the next. Wait, what?
No, it is still
Wait,
on the same page.
It didn't load. My Wi-Fi is a bit slow.
Yeah. It's because of the iPad thingy. iPad thingy, when you don't write for some time, maybe 1 minute, they refuse to refresh my input. That's very annoying. Okay, so what you do is you either go in, go out, or you write something and they'll immediately refresh for you. Kind of. So same page. I'll do a screen sharing. Okay, Keston, you just ignore the screen sharing. Yeah. Ariel, you ignore it until you need it. Now tell me when you see something.
Wait, what's this again? Wait, wait, oops, sorry. What's this thing?
Oh, long division, I guess. I think.
Oh, okay.
Long division. So again, I'm doing something before the partial fraction. Do you understand why? I want you to understand why.
I don't.
Okay, first thing first, you are supposed to partial fraction this guy, not the original guy. This 2 is a consequence of the long division, and the 2 is, of course, not to be partial fraction. It's not even a fraction. Okay, let me put it very clearly what I'm doing here. I'll put it very clearly. The question is giving you something like this. It's an improper fraction. For example, 21 over 8 is an improper fraction, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can change it to mixed number. Tell me the mixed number. Come on. Nice. Okay, very good. Now, 5 over 8 by nature should be proper. A mixed number should have a proper fraction and a whole number. Makes sense, right? You're supposed to partial fraction the proper fraction, not the improper, and of course not the whole number. Now, if you don't understand this, well, this is the first important thing I tell you today. You only partial fraction proper fractions.
Wait, sorry, what?
You know that 21 over 8 is, improper fraction, right? You know that.
Yeah.
And you know in this mixed number, there is a whole number and a proper fraction. The 5 over 8 is proper. If it is not proper, you're not doing it correctly, correct?
Yes.
This is my teaching, you only partial fraction a proper fraction.
Okay.
The original question is improper. Improper fraction. The top guy bigger than the bottom guy. Improper. After your long division, you have a whole number and a proper fraction. That proper fraction, you partial fraction.
Okay, so because you need a proper fraction. So like the idea of like doing the long division thing is so that like you get out like the whole number. And then you just okay.
Yeah, it's not to make your life easy. You cannot partial fraction or improper fraction. It always be wrong one. It always be wrong, no matter what method to use, because improper fraction cannot be partial fraction. I'm not explaining why, except for the fact that you will never work one. Just never, 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 never. There is no such situation where it works. So it's more a practical thing. So you're right, you long division for this purpose, and hopefully that makes you remember, kind of. I guess that's what I hope.
Yeah.
Now, your question will be how to proper fraction this, correct? That's where you're confused. Okay. Now, I want you to go to the next page first and tell me whether you need long division or not. I don't want to do partial fraction first. I want to do the first thing first. Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay, Caston.
Wait.
Think again. Okay, Caston. Okay, I like the environmental part. I like that. Usually that's an easier one. Can be okay, the reuse part, not the nicest word. Okay, but I get what you mean. Solid corporate rate. Yeah. Your whole logic is a combination between economical and environmental advantage, which I like a lot. Cheap and reusing waste. I like it a lot. I really like it. I think it's either 2 marks or almost 2 marks already. Not so bad. Okay. Regarding reuse, it's not even that bad. Recycle is, reduce, reuse, and whatever, right? Can you just use a better verb? Maybe think of a better verb. The waste is reuse. Never mind. I'll just tell you my preference. Okay, it's just my preference. I think it's better to use the word recycle. Nice, sorry.
But like, does it really make a difference which one you use?
I don't know. I'm just telling you what I feel better. Okay. Now, from your point of view, if reuse and recycle is the same, then I won't argue too much because I am busy being happy with your answer. I am happy with your answer. I'm nitpicking here. But if you feel that there is a slight difference, maybe just take the benefit and use my advice. Okay, that one I can leave it to you. No problem. Okay. Reusing, however, has a connotation of, it's ready to use. Since you already say that it is a waste, which is totally correct, probably recycling is a better word. But this is nitpicking, I think. Okay? Other than that, actually, I don't want to improve your answer too much because I am happy with your answer. Please take note, you did it yourself. Now, Ariel, long division or not?
No.
Yes, you need to long division because this is improper fraction.
Okay.
Why is this improper fraction?
It's because of like the different power, I think.
No, the
Is
different
it?
power is correct, but what makes improper is that the power on top is
Greater?
greater or the same as the power at the bottom. The same also improper, which
Yeah.
means you have to long division also, right? Okay, please do so. That part you need to understand. You need to be able to spot the improper fraction, and then therefore you can do the right thing. What's your next question, Esther?
How do I spot the improper? Oh, it's just
The power. The power is either equal or bigger on top. The bigger on top is definitely a no-no already. Equal also no-no. Okay, the minus should not be like that.
okay.
Okay, do it properly, Ariel. The minus is not like that. The x cube, I like a lot. Okay. This one's very nice. This one I like. It's like that and minus. This is a must. This is a must.
Okay.
Okay. The line again. Yeah. No line like this, and you still need this guy and this guy.
Wait, what do I even put there?
Look at the previous Jamboard.
Okay, so
Why is that a minus? I see. Stop using the minus like that. You're confusing yourself. The minus is here.
wait,
This is simply plus, and this is simply plus. Did your teacher teach you to change the minus? Did your teacher teach you to change all the sign? Then don't do that. I think it's very confusing to you. Okay. Plus, and then just do a simple minus here. Would that be okay?
Okay.
Okay. Should be less confusing, I hope. Keston, any new question?
Still finding.
All right. Are you stuck, Ariel?
Yeah. I'm not too sure what to wait, let me think.
Just to confirm one thing, Ariel, do you like the idea of understanding instead of memorizing? Like if you understand, you don't have to memorize, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But do you think it works for you?
Yeah.
I'm asking this question. Okay. Then if you like it, you're saying?
I don't know.
Then the best way is to try, right? Especially in exam, right? Okay. But is it worth a try, you think?
I don't know. Probably.
That one you have to decide for yourself. I cannot force it upon you. Right? You have to decide whether should we try. Okay, then you have decided that maybe you should try first, and that's fine. Okay, we have time. You're in Sec 3. You're not in Sec 4, You have time to try what works. Okay, so we're just trying that and see what happens. Now, if you like the idea of trying that area, then instead of thinking for yourself, which is fine, I like it, or struggling by yourself, I also want you to try something new, like ask a specific question. Like instead of saying that I cannot do this or I do not know the next step, I want you to ask about what is confusing to you. Right now, why are you stuck? I want you to think about it and ask me that. Why are you stuck here?
Because I don't know. I really don't know anything. I don't know how to make it into like a partial fraction.
You haven't finished your long division. That's the problem.
Oh, I haven't. Okay.
Remember the true principle, the goal, and then when to stop. You are nowhere near stopping. Nowhere. You'll see very soon. You are nowhere near stopping.
Really? Okay. Okay.
See, that was a good question to ask. That was a good question. You thought that your long division was finished. Okay, Keston. An interesting question, like expected from your school, yeah? Now, what is your problem?
Like A and B, I.
Okay, are you comfortable with the question itself?
Yeah,
Do you think it's inside the syllabus, outside the syllabus? Again,
insides.
inside the syllabus. Well, I would say that it is probably in, probably. Okay, now you will observe that the prediction and the actual, right? That's what they're asking you to focus on, correct?
Yeah,
Minus 18 to 15, it's hotter Earth, right? Venus, minus 41, 462 is way hotter, right? Way hotter. Mercury, 163, 167, almost too close already. There is something outside the syllabus. Whenever it's outside the syllabus, they will tell you the prediction does not take into account the absorption of heat energy in the atmosphere. That is a super, super big thing they want you to pay attention to because it is outside the syllabus. If your reading skill is not good, not the A level, not in the level of grade A, you will usually ignore what you have not seen before. Oh, it's outside the syllabus, and therefore your mind totally ignores it. So to speak, or relegate it into something not very important. I'm still following you, yeah, Ariel. But you are a bit confused, isn't it? But Keston, the absorption of heat energy by the atmosphere is not in the syllabus, right? Correct.
yeah.
And therefore, what does your mind say? You should pay special attention or you should totally ignore it?
Pay special attention.
I agree with you. Enough hint?
Is it just the atmosphere conditions?
You do learn from the chapter pollution that a special gas something something is called a gas.
Greenhouse gas.
Yeah. You already know what I'm saying,
That's
right?
CO2.
Yeah. Enough
I
hint?
thought they said it doesn't take into account that. Oh, never mind. Yeah, okay.
It does not. Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Okay, now Ariel, your long division is very badly written. I think it confuses yourself. I think, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure whether that's true or not. Hopefully that's not true. Hopefully that's not true. Now let me confirm something. This is your X, which is here, and then your 2, which is supposed to be here, I believe, right? Correct, yeah?
Yeah, I can't see. It's not refreshing. Yeah.
Right. Okay, correct, yeah? Okay, you can follow the screen sharing if you want, right? The 2 is there, right? Now, let me assume that you presented correctly first. So you get 2x squared, and this should have been 4x, and this should have been plus 2. Am I making any sense?
Not really. I don't
This
understand
2,
it.
this 2 is times what?
Oh, okay, I get it now. Wait,
Right?
what?
Yes or no?
Wait. But like, wouldn't wait, but isn't it? Wait, I'm so confused.
Yes,
I
you
don't
are.
understand it.
Now, look at the first line. The first line you did correctly. right? So x and then yx because x cubed lah, right? I want x cubed here. So far so good. But please, the divider is not just x squared, it's also 2x plus 1. So you consequently must write 2x squared plus x. It's a consequence lah. It's a consequence. You have to write this down because the divider is not just x squared. You cannot just do that. Then why are you very confused
Yeah,
here?
but
You're supposed to
wouldn't
do the
I? But
same
like,
one.
wait, but like,
Wouldn't whatever, right?
because like I already like divided like kind of way like wait, I'm so confused. I don't understand this.
Okay, I'm gonna do a long division using numbers, right? Right. I just nitpick you, Caston, since there is no atmosphere. It's not even no CO2. There's really no atmosphere. That makes sense? Because
Yes.
there are possibility of other gases existing that can be also greenhouse gases. It's not just CO2, right? It is not just CO2. In fact, in the Venus side, the other gases are methane. Methane are worse greenhouse gases. But, only the syllabus talks about CO2. They don't talk about methane. So you focus on methane. It's just better for you to answer no atmosphere at all because that's true. It's not about no CO2. It like implies that you only think CO2, you only think that is the greenhouse gas, which is not true. Okay, I'm nitpicking. Understand?
Yeah.
Okay. If there's any other question. Now, for you, Ariel, right now, give me a 2-digit number, please.
77.
Okay, 77 is quite ugly, which is good. Now I'll give you maybe a 1-digit number. Let's say 8 lah, yeah. Okay, 8. Okay, 8. Okay. Now this should be easy for you to do. Please do this first, and then I'll make it more complicated.
Okay. Wait.
This is a primary school division, so there is no secret behind it. You will be able to do it, right? But why do you start with 0? This is very confusing. This is not what you do in primary
I
school.
don't get really. I don't remember what I do really. Really.
Okay, I'll make it easier. I'll make it easier. I'll make it into 6. I'll make it into 6.
Okay.
Believe me, you can. You can do this, okay? You can do this. Stop overthinking. Yeah? You can do this. Okay, that's a start. Okay, and then why do you stop at 5? Just checking.
What?
Why do you stop at 5?
I don't know.
Because 5 is smaller than 6.
Okay.
No, don't say okay. No. I like serious. Why do you stop at 5? If you continue, it'll become decimal. That's another answer.
Yeah.
So you can continue to decimal. You can. But our goal should be just simply to stop at proper fraction, and you do get proper fraction because 5 is smaller than 6. That's just how we stop. Right?
Yeah.
So just to confirm with you, you're saying?
So it's like this.
Yeah. That makes
Okay.
sense. 12 is out. You have 5/6, and then you will then focus on 5/6 lah. Okay. Now, if somebody decides to make life very complicated, and then he say, I want you to divide 77 by 1 plus 2 plus 3, which is extremely annoying, I must admit lah. It is extremely annoying. It is also not a very good comparison with the quadratic, but we have to make do lah, right? Now, if I put 1 here, would I multiply 1 with 1 and 2 and 3? Or will I multiply 1 with just 1 or maybe just 2? You know, it gets very complicated, but you get what I mean. Do I multiply 1 with everybody or not?
I don't know. I don't get it. Wait,
Yeah.
again.
Then look at what you did. You are instinctively multiplying 1 with 6. You get 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you get 17, you know, as a consequence. And then you go and multiply 2 with 6. Consequently, you get 12. That's just what you do in a normal long division, right? Normal. It's just that right now the divisor is so weird. It's 1 plus 2 plus 3, right? So annoying.
But why do I need to add on like the plus 2 thing here? Like, because I already accounted for like every one of them. If you get
No,
what
you didn't. No, you didn't. What are you talking about?
Sorry.
2 times
so
x
I
squared
don't
plus 2x plus
Oh.
1.
Yeah. Yeah, but then like I already put like this here, like so like like this. Wait, I'm confused again.
Ariel, that was the first step involving x. You now deal with the second step. Look at 6.
Yeah, but like I multiplied, I'm confused again. Okay.
Settle this today. We're not moving from here. Settle this today. If you're confused, you think about it. I think this is the problem. I think not the partial fraction. I think this is the problem. Oh, Heston, what's your question right now?
Well, what does the processes mean?
You mean DII, is it? Sorry, which one?
Yeah,
So, Bangkok, is it? Bangkok I. CII. Which one is CI? CII. The scientist thing. Okay, correct? Scientist thing. Okay. Okay. So I take it that you can answer C1 first. It's important.
Yeah.
Okay, C1 can. C2?
C2 is the one I'm asking, like the processes.
Oh, so you know why lah? Tell me why.
Like, is it just respiration or like what? 'Cause I don't know what the processes mean.
Ariel, following the long division here, there is no line here, right? There is no line here. Don't keep writing the line. Don't. Follow your primary school. It's very important. Your primary school is very important right now. Right? So don't do that. Now, follow exactly what you did in primary school so that you make some sense of it. Okay, so Keston, again, sorry. Tell me the why first, not the process.
Like,
Why
what does
is
it
the
mean by
percentage?
it's like cause respiration and then
No, respiration is definitely not the reason. No. Respiration is not the reason. At least that's what you learn in syllabus, like, you know. Okay, at least.
Wait.
You're very confused, right? Okay, so x cubed minus x cubed is 0, which is great. Now, 0 minus 2x squared, which is? Refresh yourself.
Minus 2x squared.
So therefore, you write that down. Which is
Like
the part where your long division is not correct.
Okay.
And then the next one also, 0 minus x is?
Minus x.
Right.
Yeah.
And then this is first step done. First step is done. This is the first step. You got to move on to the second step because this is not the time to stop. Why is this not the time to stop?
Wait.
Why is this not the time to stop? Tell me why.
Because the power is still like
Square. Very good. Very good. Yes. Good. Continue. Good, Keston. Yeah, it is fossil fuel burning. I guess that's what you will learn, Naya. When they say human activity, they don't mean human breathing. They mean burning the fossil fuel and I guess a lot of other things. A lot of other things do produce CO2. But just basically fossil fuel burning is definitely good enough for 1 mark already, right? It's 1 mark. Now, once you think in terms of fossil fuel burning, the phrase in terms of process involved should not scare you anymore, especially because it's 1 mark. If that makes some sense.
Yeah.
Right. Give it a try then.
What do I do next?
Okay, now look at your primary school long division. It is extremely important. Where is your first step? Your first step stops when it is 17, correct? That's your first step. Correct? Now, how did you decide on 12? How?
I just took wait, I also don't know.
Tell me, why is it not 3 then?
It's like it's this times this.
Yeah. Now, why is
It's
it
like
not 3?
it's like the greatest possible number that
Correct. If you use 3, it's 18,
then times
which
this, and then
is
you get that.
18 is not good, right? It needs bigger echo. So you understand the logic. It is already inside you. You're good at this, right? You're good at division. Okay, long division is not that difficult. That's why it's important. Yeah, your normal division is good one. No, there's no way your division is not good. You're good. You're great. So now you're gonna apply the same logic here, although just slightly different. Your goal here is the same. Your goal is to make this 0. I'm going to make the front guy 0. Slightly different here, but that's your goal. I want to make the front guy 0. The guy behind doesn't matter too much. That's what I want. Now, how do you make the front guy into 0? Okay, Caston. And your wording implies that oxygen is being used, carbon dioxide is being formed. Okay. Not sure about the energy thingy. Obviously, the energy is the purpose, but as long as you answer oxygen go down, carbon dioxide go up, that seems to be worth 1 mark. You are implying that, which I feel is the right thing to do. If that makes some sense. Now, inside the syllabus or outside the syllabus?
Inside.
The answer is inside. The question, the first one, I think is a bit outside, but the answer is totally inside. Okay. Ariel, are you stuck?
Yes.
Look at my second step. Your long division is almost non-existent, but you need this. You really need this. Huh? Okay. So my second step is here. My second step is I want minus 2x squared here. That's how I teach you. Right? So you write that down first. You write this down first, not this one first. People do that. Don't do that. This is not the first thing you think about or you write about. You write down minus 2x squared immediately.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you go here and then you think about what to write here, which is obviously minus 2. It's not the first thing to think about. Understand?
Yeah.
And then you go back here and write down the rest. I will write down the rest now. Minus 4x minus 2. That's the rest. I'm going to erase this and you're going to ask you to do it yourself. Okay?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Very long to erase. Very long. Taking very long. Okay, I believe I've erased everything. Do your stuff. Okay, Keston, what is your concern?
Right, I don't have the second answer. Okay, lesser energy does save cost, definitely, less
Okay, how do I hit? Okay, how do I hit? Okay, what is the first thing you write, Ariel? What do I teach you?
I really don't know.
This one, Ariel. Focus.
Okay.
I tell you this already. That's the first thing you write. What is it? Write down.
Wait.
Yeah, that is not correct. That is not what you write. Okay, try
Zero.
again. No, wrong. Zero is here. Zero is there. Okay, Keston, think about it this way. Yeah, this is what is inside the syllabus, right? You want to increase the rate, which is the same thing as you want things to be faster. Okay, people are impatient. You want things to be faster, correct?
Yeah.
There are three ways to do it. Pressure go up, correct? If it is gas, usually pressure go up. The more comfortable one, temperature go up. This is how to make things faster, and correct?
Yes.
If it's not pressure, there is concentration. Okay, pressure for gas, concentration for aqueous stuff. Okay, now catalyst. There you go. Right. Now tell me, what is the cause of making the pressure go up, and what's the cause of making the temperature go up?
Catalyst is like free.
Yeah. And whereas pressure go up means thicker stuff. Temperature go up means more expensive material. You get what I mean, right?
Yeah.
So catalyst is free. No, catalyst costs
Like it's
something
reusable.
but it's more reusable. Okay, more reusable definitely. Still, is probably cheaper than upgrading everything. You're just upgrading the catalyst. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So the question already say, I want faster. You syllabus say 3 ways to be faster. Catalyst makes things cheaper because you don't have to. No. Make sense? You don't have to. Okay. The lesser energy is correct, no problem. But there's still these two things. Okay. Okay, Ariel, one more time. Huh? When I do it, you say, you better pay attention because you're totally blank the moment I erase it. Correct? Okay. The first thing I do is that. Now, if you don't understand, you must ask.
Okay.
Do you understand?
No.
Okay, I'm going to erase it one more time. I expect you to spot what you don't understand. I do, and faster. Now, I'm going to write something slightly different. Obviously, I didn't write minus now. I'm just writing plus. Okay, would that be okay? I'm writing plus 2x squared. Okay, which is what you wrote just now, I believe. It's plus. Now, tell me, minus 2x squared minus positive 2x squared, is it 0?
I think,
If this
yeah.
is confusing,
Yeah.
you want to try that again. You want to try again. You are, now this part, you're not behaving like a math student. I do expect you're a good A math student, so I expect you to do better. Minus 2, I'm sorry. Okay, now switch off your math, switch on your logic. Yeah. Plus 2 minus plus 2. Just to emphasize, the plus just to emphasize, this is clearly 0, correct? Clearly 0. Clearly, yeah?
Yeah.
I believe the confusion is here. Minus 2, or negative 2 minus negative 2 is also 0. That's also true.
Yeah.
The reason is not just because this becomes positive. That's not the only reason. The reason is actually simpler than that. Okay, the reason looks like this. Himself, or that thing, himself, minus himself is 0, and that's the only way to get 0. Himself minus himself. If the thing you are concerned is a positive flow, then minus himself, positive 2, will definitely give you 0. Anything else will not give you positive 0. If the thing you're concerned with is minus 2, then minus himself, negative 2. You don't even have to think about the sign. This is very making sense, if I would say. Correct? Himself minus himself lah.
Yeah.
Okay, so stop using logic, stop using math, like just minus 2x squared. Obviously, I should be writing minus 2x because himself minus himself, it will become 0. Anything else other than this will not give you 0. Does this make any sense? If it doesn't, please say okay, somewhat. Okay, if it is somewhat, then I will erase and then you write first.
Okay.
Write down and see whether you can continue. Oh no. Okay. Okay.
Wait.
First one?
So like the idea is like the minus.
Write something. Write something. Write down. Okay. You are the type who, if you write something, then you can think about it. So write something first. Stop thinking too much. You must write and then you evaluate. Is this good or not? Is it correct or not? Write down first. Now, Keston, this is part of the syllabus. The way you answer it means you don't understand something about the syllabus. Okay. What the syllabus wants you to know is that the catalyst can make you, you don't have to increase the pressure so much and you don't have to increase the temperature so much to get the right speed. That's what the syllabus is trying to say, but it's usually not very clear when we are learning. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So catalysts reduce cost because I don't have to make the equipment withstand a much higher pressure, and I don't have to make the equipment withstand a much higher temperature compared to if I don't use the catalyst. That's the benefit. Catalyst is not used to increase the rate even more. Of course, that's correct. But the logic is catalyst prevents the necessity of increasing the pressure too high and increasing the temperature too high, which costs very expensive material. Very, very expensive. That's the point of the syllabus. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your sentence also not very good. You don't need to make the equipment withstand not increase pressure, but too high. You still want some pressure and some temperature, but not. It's way lower than if you don't use the catalyst. That's the logic here. If this sounds new, take some time to construct your sentence. You're already learning the right thing. Now, back to you, Ariel. You're still stuck, right?
Uh,
Okay. The logic is himself minus himself. That's the only way to get 0. That's the logic. You think about that logic better.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Okay, good. So you think about minus 2x squared being correct, right? Being correct. And this will definitely be 0. Definitely 1.
Yeah.
Correct,
Okay.
yeah? Right. Now that's how you deal with minus 2x squared. You just write down minus 2x squared. How do you deal with positive x cubed? You just write down positive x cubed because himself minus himself. That's the logic.
Okay.
It is true that people don't understand this. It is true. Because you will never encounter this problem in primary school. In primary school, you will never encounter a negative number here. So this is totally new territory. I do concede that. People get confused here. Fair. Clear. What you're confused with is kind of common, right? Now, if you already accepted this new logic, then I'm still waiting for you to write something here. There's a big circle you have to go through. The circle goes like that, and then like that, back to here. So continue after you have decided minus 2x squared.
Wait, do I
Keston, your sentencing is still not very nice. You're not very comfortable with this whole thing, isn't it? Keston. Am I correct, Keston? You're not comfortable with what's happening here, isn't it?
I don't know.
Because usually your English is quite good one. Your English reflects what you're thinking. Usually lah. Okay, I promise one thing. Time is up, right? I promise one thing. This logic, which I'm telling you, catalyst makes it cheaper because, less higher pressure, less higher temperature. It is a very economic, like, it's good, That logic will always appear in other questions. That's their favorite logic. They really want to ask that one. They really want to test one. If you feel that this is new, then, good news, we discover something that you need to discover. That's good. That's good. Okay, so never mind the awkward sentence. Let's just say that you get the logic, and then you will see it happen again in other questions quite often. I guarantee. Okay, from now on, you'll be able to see that one. So when you see that, please practice lah. Please try again, and let's construct the question sentence. Okay, would that be okay?
Good.
Okay. For now, please do your homework. Please do 2 paper, Gaston. And okay, give me a bit more work in holiday so that when you're at school, I don't have to push you too much. I also don't like to push you too much during school time. Okay? No, okay. You don't like the homework.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Very good, Gaston. Okay, good job for today. I'll see you next time. Okay. Madame Ariel. Okay. To get minus 2x squared, you're saying that you must time minus x to x squared. Make sense or not?
Yeah.
What is minus x times x squared? Tell me.
Minus x.
Cube.
Wait. What? Wait.
X cube.
Yeah.
Which is not minus 2x squared. Try again.
Wait. I'm so confused. Wait. Isn't it? Wait. What? Isn't? Wait.
How do I get minus 2x squared from x squared? How?
How do I
Try.
divide this?
Why are you focusing on 2x and not x squared? That's the confusing part. Why are you focusing on 2x?
Because didn't I already divide the whole thing by x squared?
You did not divide it one by one. You divided by the whole thing. The whole thing. That's your wrong misconception. In the first step, you divided by the whole thing. The whole thing. When I divide 77 by 1 plus 2 plus 3, which is annoying, I didn't divide it by 1 first, and then 2, and then 3. I didn't do that. I must divide it by 1 plus 2 plus 3, which is a 6 lah, which is a 6. I know this is annoying. It's not natural, but you are dividing it by everything. In the first step, you did that. In the second step, you are still doing that. What you're thinking is wrong. And that's good. We realize that today. If you cannot accept it, take some time, and then we'll talk about it next time. We have time. It's okay. We have time. Don't force yourself to accept it. You're not the type who can just accept something you don't understand one. You'll just go back to your old ways one. Correct? If you say yes too early, you will not change. So no point. There's no need to do that to me one. I can tell when you're ready to accept. If you're not ready right now, don't accept it. Just acknowledge that, oh my goodness, we are confused here. That's totally fine. By the way, is partial fraction something to be examined immediately after school, when school starts?
No, they tested it last time, but I didn't know how to do it.
Okay, then I'll give you another practical. This is more like a practical advice. Okay, so partial fraction will give you 4 marks. Agreeably, that's big. Okay, 4 marks in general, and in secondary 4, it is a prerequisite for another 4 marks usually. Actually, no, another 5 marks. Different topic called calculus. So partial fraction kind of have a strong continuation, and therefore you should be good at it. True. Okay. However, the circle corner geometry is going to give you at least 8 marks.
Okay.
Being practical, I think let's choose 8 marks first, and then the linear law, at least 7 marks. You get what I mean? And then it's okay to go through this slowly one by. It's okay one. It's okay. It's already passed. Term 3 exam will not include this, only the end of year. And even then, you should worry more about the bigger marks. I mean, does that make you feel bad? Sorry, Ariel. Sorry, that one I forget to ask. Are you kind of OCD?
I don't know.
What I mean is this: you cannot let go of something if it bothers you too much.
Yeah.
Okay, for example, logic says, hey, better prioritize the 7 marks than the 8 marks lah. Some people can accept that. Some people totally cannot accept that because not being able to do a 4-mark question bothers them a lot. Now, are you that kind of person?
Yeah.
Then I can accept. I can accept that we can change the order of things. We have some time. Tomorrow is not exam. If tomorrow is exam, well, you don't have the luxury to worry about the 4 marks when you cannot do the 8 marks. But we are very, very far from exam. We can afford that luxury. What you cannot afford is to say yes too quickly. You cannot afford that. So even if this takes 2 hours to understand, you take that 2 hours to understand. Okay, Ariel?
Yeah.
If I follow your order, you must understand yourself. Like, take it slow when you need to take it slow. I think this one you have to take it slow. I keep explaining, you cannot accept. I'll explain another way. Cannot accept. I explain another way. You cannot explain until one day you understand. Shouldn't take too long. Huh? Okay. Now I cannot give you this as a homework nor can I give you any other homework. So I'm a bit frustrated right now. Can you do another lesson on Thursday?
On when?
6 to 7:30.
What day?
Thursday.
Okay.
Just
Wait,
for this week. Just for this week. Just for this week.
This Thursday. What time?
6 to 7:30.
Yeah, I can.
Shall we do that? I'll see you at 6 to 7:30 Thursday, and we will continue explaining this one.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Okay. All right. I like your Apple Pencil. No problem. I like your Apple Pencil. Please make sure you use it next time.
Yeah.
See you, Ariel. Okay. Bye-bye.
Yeah. See you. Bye-bye.